What's that?
Is that a satellite?
I think it's UFO.
I think it's just the twinkle in your eye. You guys know who the goat is, don't you?
Who?
I'm the goat.
I'm the goat.
I'm the goat.
Hey,
Stop eating stuff, Bob.
bad. Hey guys, I'm Tim.
I'm Bob.
And I'm Mike.
And this is the Board Game Rundown. And today we are going to review Twinkle Twinkle. This is actually designed by, proudly we could say, friend of the show, Ammon Anderson, published by Allplay. It plays up to 4 players. We will talk about the regular game, we'll talk about the expansions, and we'll talk about some of those advanced tiles. But yeah, what we're doing really quick without like the actual teach, just, hey, we're building up like this constellation in the sky, and we're going to be drafting these tiles and placing them on our board and scoring points accordingly. That's like the
Baseline.
most mile high view, top down view of it. But speaking of top down views, we'll switch to that and actually tell you how to play the game. All right, guys, thank you for joining me on the top down for the rundown. Here we go. Twinkle Twinkle. Very, very easy, straightforward to set up and teach. So everybody's going to get their own player board with their little star map here, their grid to build their constellations on. And then you're going to choose which items, which tiles we're going to be scoring this round. And then you're going to decide whether you want them on the green side, which is the basic side, or if you want them on the blue side, which is the advanced scoring. I've got all the tiles like basically available, including the expansions. But I just got some randomly over here, so I can give you a little teach really fast. So we've got turn order laid out here, randomly determined, and then you'll see 2 rows here, right? Current round and then the next round. So you know what tiles are coming in the next round. Well, why are there only 3 tiles coming in the next round? I'll tell you. That was a great question. I'm really glad you asked. That is because only 3 of these tiles are getting selected because there's 3 of us. And then that other tile is going to slide down, and I'll show you how that works. So once you understand kind of what all the tiles do, what they represent, and how they're going to score, you can make an informed decision. And then you're going to go, right? So you're going to, let's see, like red is first. They're in the first player spot. Let's say they want a nebula. They're going to grab that nebula. They're going to throw that, and they're going to go over there. They're going to put it on their board. Me, let's say I want to build up some constellations, and I see there's some good like zigzaggy ones over there. So I'm going to grab this guy. I'm going to put it on my board. And then blue, it doesn't matter. Blue wants this. They want to go first. So they got that. And so actually, let's do the other one because then you can see how it works. They take that. They leave this. So now this tile is going to slide all the way down. We turn order resets because we go in the order of where we ended up when we drafted, right? So that's going to change up turn order. Then these guys are going to slide up, and then we're going to repopulate the board. Let's see. And if we get a UFO, that's going to do a unique thing. That's going to put little ETs out on these tiles. This is an expansion, but it's a fun one. So I'm going to talk about it. So if this UFO had come out on this tile, it would only put an ET here. But since it came out in the middle, completely randomly, it's going to put an ET on either side. Now, the UFOs need ETs to score. So when you're drafting, if you take a UFO, you're not going to get that ET. So it's not really useful yet. And if you just take the ETs, they're not really going to be worth much unless you get some UFOs in future turns to go with them. So there's a really interesting sort of push and pull with that. Anyways, but now you see everything that's coming up basically for the next round. So blue can kind of make an informed decision on where they want to go here because maybe they don't love any of these tiles, but they want to set up to get one of these tiles, or maybe all of these tiles work for them. So it's like, hey, great. Doesn't matter. I can just go for the tile I want. So let's say that that's how blue feels, and they take this one, and let's say that red takes this one because they want to pick first. And then I'm going to take this one here because I'm green, because I want to connect it to this constellation. Now, constellations can be a little unique, a little tricky, because they are connected by straight lines only. So they're not going to change direction on a corner, right? Like that. It's not going to, that is not going to zigzag down to you. It needs to have a star to change direction. So it's going to be a straight line coming out of that. And now I've already got a constellation of 3 stars because it's 1, 2, 3 are all connected so far. So I feel good about that. Let's slide these up. Let's do this. And then we're going to reach in the bag and we'll draw 3 more random tiles just to kind of give you an example of another turn. Oh, look, UFOs galore. This is an interesting one now because a tile can only have 1 ET on it. So even though we got 2 UFOs, it's not going to add 2 ETs to that tile. Turn order will reset, right? So red is going first. I forget what red took before, but let's say they really want that rocket ship and an ET. You know what? I'm going to take a nebula because I think they're cool. And I'm going to put it way up here in this corner because I know nebulas don't like to be around stars. And then blue wants to get in on this UFO game. So they're going to take the UFO. These will slide up. They will move. And then we draw 3 random tiles. And now we would go again. And that's basically how the game's going to go. You're going to draft tile. You're going to put it somewhere on your board. You're going to decide where you want it to go, hopefully setting yourself up for some good scoring combinations. And that's it. And then when you get to the end of the game, once the board is full, you are going to count up your 2 largest constellations. So it's got to have at least 2 stars to make a constellation. So you're going to count those up, add them, and then you're going to get those points. So one of them will get you 1 point, 1 score, and another one will get you another score. And they've got spots for it here on this dry erase board. So your spot for your first constellation, second constellation, and then you're going to score points on here based on the number of constellations you have. So you don't want to just have just 2 big constellations because it'll get you a lot of points over here, but it's going to get you no points over here, which is a bummer, right? So you got to pay attention, be mindful of that. Then you're going to score Nova stars. So Nova stars are the solid filled in stars you see here. So you're going to get these tiles that are going to have them on there. And then if you're playing with black holes, you're going to want to be mindful because black holes cancel out Nova stars. So you don't want to have those ruining your really well laid plans. Then you will go over to these tiles here, whichever ones you've selected for the game you're playing, and just go through the scoring. They give you a really nice dry erase board. So this has the standard version. So you've got basically the base game and all of the things here. You can just dry erase, put everybody's names and the scores. Or if you're using expansions, use the other side of this board, and then you just fill in which one you're using, whether it's, you're using the rocket ships and the moons or whatever, because you're always going to score your best 2 constellations, your number of constellations, and your Nova stars. And that's the game. It's really fun. You can re-rack, you can change it up. You can play on the blue side, which will give you an advanced version of the scoring. So it changes the strategies completely and gives you different ways to sort of look and mess around with how you're going to play and set up and be strategic about what you're doing here on your board. And you can mix and match. I just say play the way that you have the most fun. That's how I play games. But yeah, you could have some blue, some green. As long as everybody's consistent doing the same way, you're going to be just fine. Now let's go back to the main camera and see what everybody thought of the game. Welcome back from the top down with the rundown. Now, what are our thoughts on Twinkle Twinkle?
Yeah. I liked it.
What?
Yeah.
Ammon designed a good game.
Outrageous.
Other ones?
Don't tell him. Yeah, I know, right? But no, this little system is super smart because you get to see what's coming up.
Yep.
So you can kind of also gauge which one you're going to pick on how far in turn order do I want to be. I thought that was super cool. The tiles look great, right? Really good job with the acrylic on there. And then just all the options with the different expansions and the different tiles. You can flip them over for different types of scoring. I thought that was just really well done, and it just very streamlined. And the round bottom bag.
Big, big bag.
A round bottom bag.
And it's easy. Mike,
Just
now
sit
get your mitt in there. How's that feel?
Look at all that space.
How's that feel?
All the space.
Oh, Mike, usually these bags are like the bane of your existence.
Yeah.
So the fact that you could get your
The
mitt in
biggest
there,
smallest hands I've ever seen.
That's right. he's got little stubby fingers, but
Yeah.
huge palm. Mike, what do you think of Twinkle Twinkle?
I really like this game. It's really high on my crunch per rule ratio. It is very easy to learn. It's a fast teach, but there's a lot to consider on your turn. There's a ton of replayability in just the base box. I mean, just figuring out the different ways that constellations can score off of each other and trying to get those around the comments. But you don't want a constellation that's higher than 8 stars because you're
wasting time.
your constellation scoring stops at 8+ stars. So you try to break it up and build another one, but then there's another scoring where it's number of constellations that are 2 or more stars. So once you've got like 2 constellations with 7 or 8 stars, you find yourself kind of slapping these 2 constellations down randomly. But you've also got other ones like the nebulae that you try not to put them next to stars, and wormholes not in the same column. There's a lot of different ways to score in this game, and it makes every game play completely differently. Of course, I'm mentioning some of the stuff that comes with the expansion as well, but the expansion is just more stuff that you'll like. It's all very good. It's very easy to learn. Tons of replayability. I can see playing this a lot.
Yeah, this game really just kind of does about everything right. They do a really nice job of explaining the scoring with the layout on with the tiles, with your player boards. You're going to customize these based on what expansions you're using, whether you're doing some advanced rules, and you can mix and match. You can have some of them be advanced scoring and some of them be regular scoring, as long as everybody's consistent.
Right. Playing by the same rules.
And yeah, exactly. Playing by the same rules. But I've tried different strategies. The couple of times we played this, that's the other thing about this, right? Is like when we learned the game, we played it, and then we just re-racked and played again, and then we got to with the advanced, and then we got to play it again with some of the expansions and mixing and matching those. And so I have 2 nitpicks, and they are very nitpicks, and they don't actually affect my score. I've noticed some of the tiles are getting scratched up just from being in the bag. The tiles look great. I love the way they look. Maybe it's studio lighting, so it just looks worse.
So you can actually see the scrape on there.
But it's
very faint.
It's fine. It's fine.
Just means it's been well loved.
I'm gonna play my game. They're gonna
have a nice looking game that doesn't go anywhere. Or
right.
Scuffed up
You know what this game is not gonna have on it? Dust. It'll have scratches, but I ain't gonna have dust. The other nitpick is just when you if you have those expansions, they recommend that you only leave the star tiles in the bag, and then you have each other tile sorted, tile type sorted separately. It's just kind of a hassle. It's really nice when I can just leave everything in the bag and then bring it out and play. I'm lazy.
Right.
I understand.
Yeah, but if you're drawing, we drew a moon tile, we're not using moon tile, then you just discard it at that point.
It was fine.
Draw a new tile.
It worked out fine. I mean, that's what we ended up doing. I sorted some of them out, but there were still some in there that we weren't using.
Yeah,
whatever.
I agree. It does make the setup a little bit more tedious.
And they acknowledge that in the rules. And again, not affecting my score for this game, but just worth pointing out. Like, oh, that was the worst thing I really found about this game.
Well, if you found a batch that you like to play with and you want to play with that one for a while, then there's not really any reason.
It may not even matter. And if you don't have the expansion, it doesn't matter.
Right. You just play with everything.
Again, very, very small nitpick. But Allplay did a great job with the art, the design. I mean, Ammon did, an awesome job, like giving us a really good game here. Allplay did a really nice job with the production value.
Little thing to do the scoring on is nice.
Now I want to just say we did receive this promotional copy. Bob and I attended an Allplay event at Gen Con, and so they gave it away. They gave us a copy of Twinkle Twinkle with the expansion. We got Ammon to sign it and got our picture with him.
That's right. We even gave him a little kiss on the cheek.
We did. He didn't know.
We love Ammon.
Yeah, we do love Ammon though. His wife is
a great guy. Yeah, she gave us his consent.
Yeah. But really, just really cool. Really glad to see a good dude with a good company, like just doing good things.
Yep.
So, anything else before we get into our ratings?
It was a Gen Con release.
Mhm.
I was on Kickstarter before that.
Yep.
But yeah, regardless if we get a review copy or not, we're still going to give you our honest thoughts.
That's exactly right. Because if I could give Ammon a hard time about anything, I absolutely would. I'll just put that out there.
Yeah.
Because that's what I do with people that I really like and respect. All right, guys. So we need to give this a score. Bob, how do we do that?
Here on the Board Game Rundown, we're going to give this game a rating of between 0.5 and a 10. We're going to take those scores, we're going to average them together, and then that's what's going to be on BGG, or if you ask us on our Discord, which you should be in, what the Board Game Rundown gave it.
Mike.
I really like this game. Just easy rule set with a ton of replayability, but a lot to think about. That just always works well for me. Tons of replayability with the different planets and the expansions. And I even like the difference between the basic side and the advanced side.
Me
When
too.
you go
Yeah.
to the advanced side of the tiles and you're competing against other players to try to grab the most, that absolutely affects the tiles that you draft. Again, as you guys said, the components are amazing, including the even like little acrylic characters. Those look really nice. I'm going to give this an 8.5. I think this game is very good. I can see this getting played a lot. I want to play it more. We've already played it 3 times, and I just want to
We could play it again.
I
right,
literally
with no
want to
problem.
play it
It's like
again as
30
soon
minutes,
as
maybe
we're
45
done.
tops.
It's
Yeah.
one of those that lends itself to playing multiple times in a
Yeah.
night, and it has the replayability to shine with those extra plays. I'm very impressed.
How about you, Bob?
Yeah, I mean, I'm with Mike. Like, it's one of those easy games to just re-rack and replay again. It plays super fast. I'm gonna give it a 9. I think I'm gonna give it 8.5 or a 9. I really like how all these kind of change and being able to mix and match them.
Yeah.
Like, ooh, I like and the wormholes actually kind of change up where like normally you don't want them in the same rows and columns. But when you play on the advanced one, you're gonna get bonus points if they are like in a line, and like it's just super interesting the way they change up all the scoring and everything like that. Like, yeah, it's really good.
Yeah. The other thing I forgot to mention that I really, really, really like that this game does is when you draft, you're picking what spot you're going to go to, and that's going to affect where you're drafting again the next turn.
Yes.
Again, adds to that crunch per rule ratio. So you really like, I mean, Mike there was a turn where he's like, well, he could take a tile that really didn't help him that much to set up to get that tile
he
wanted
knew
in
the
the
tile he
next
really wanted was coming
draft.
up.
So for all the things we said, it's a 9 for me as well, just because I'm going to get this game played. I'm going to play the crap out of it. It's really well made. It's better than Gnome Hollow. And I know everybody loves Gnome Hollow.
I agree.
And it's not that Gnome Hollow is a bad game,
No.
but this sucker's a 9. This is better.
Yeah.
And I
agree with that statement.
Now here's the thing though, Ammon. You got to keep building.
Yeah.
You got to keep building,
be
brother.
careful. See, that's why I'm all about low bars. You know, if you
Every
keep
game
your
we
bar
make
low,
keeps
it's
getting
easy
better.
to go over.
Okay.
Now he's like way up here already.
Okay, so I'm gonna give Gnome Hollow a 1, and this will be a 2.
That's right. There you go. We're helping you out. We're helping you out.
Yeah,
for your
we're
next
doing you a
game.
favor.
It's be easy
This
to
does not bode
pass
well
it.
for Cat's first cucumber.
Well, that's gonna be a 3.
So if you take our scores, you average them together, it's gonna be an 8.8.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah, it's a
Very
great game.
solid.
Great. It fits into Allplay's footprint.
I was gonna
really
say
well,
that too.
right?
Yeah,
That catalog.
it's definitely a game made for them. Like it was designed to fit right in their niche.
In their oeuvre.
Yeah.
Games you can play very quickly, re-rack,
Mhm.
play
Easy
again.
rule sets.
Easy to teach.
Smallish box.
Great to take to meetups, game nights,
Yeah.
even conventions, because it's got a little sizzle on the table presence as
Mm-hmm.
well with those cool tiles.
Allplay's crushing it, and every big convention they've got like half a dozen releases coming out every time. It's not if you're going to get an Allplay game, it's which ones
one
are
are
you
you
going to
getting?
pick up,
Factual.
because you can't fail.
Factual statement there. All right, guys. Well, let us know what your favorite Allplay game is in the comments. Also, thank you for watching. If you've watched this far and you haven't already, please consider liking, subscribing, giving us a thumbs up, joining us on the Discord. Come find us on Whiskey Wednesday, where attendance is mandatory, but the whiskey's optional. And bring your favorite sarsaparilla or root beer.
And tell us what you think of the new Hoop Studios.
Yeah, we are
This
live
is our
recorded from
first
Hoop
review in Hoop Studios. This is what we're going to look
True
like moving
story.
forward. So hopefully our time preparing for this has been worthwhile.
Weeks. It's
a
really
minute.
been weeks.
It's been an adventure.
Thank you all for your support and for the Board Game Rundown. I've been Tim.
Bob.
Mike.
We'll see you next time. What's that?
Do you like to party?
I do like to party.
I also like to party.
I like to party.
A 7.3.
This is a great party.
Repeating.
We should party more often.
Heating.
I do like to party.
Okay.
I also like to party. I also like to party.
I like to party. I like to party.
We should party more often.
Okay.
This is a great party.
Okay.